We got Zay Flowers and Brandon Aiyuk. Sorry, I was just surprised that these are the players. You most likely drafted Brandon Aiyuk pretty high, thinking he's good at football, and he was last year. Held out, didn't really want to do anything. Still not wanting. He's pretty much useless at this point. And then we have Zay Flowers, who's setting the record for the most catches ever. He's gonna catch 100 balls, but only 500 yards. That's his goal. His goal is to literally catch 500 yards, but 100 of them, baby. Let's go.
Have 5 yards per reception.
His ADOT 6.2. I mean, it's pretty bad. He's fourth in receptions, but 34th in yards. Like, that's pretty freaking hard to do. Um, Zay Flowers versus the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Aiyuk. This one's tough for me because do you want to go high upside again? That's what this whole argument for every matchup here has been high upside, and that's Brandon Aiyuk, or that safe floor, which is Zay Flowers. I'm gonna let you lead off because I've been talking too much and I need a drink.
So week 3 was tough for Zay Flowers against Dallas. He only scored 5.3, whereas the weeks before that he was scoring 22 and 11. He was getting double-digit points, and he saw significantly less targets last week in comparison to his double-digit targets. So obviously here is if he doesn't get his targets, he doesn't get his points. That's the correlation. Whereas Brandon Aiyuk literally flipped the script. He only got 1 extra point, almost 2 extra points from week 2 to week 3, but he doubled his target count from 5 to 5 to now 10. Brandon Aiyuk is getting back into football shape from missing pretty much the entire offseason with the 49ers. I would assume he's going to get back into playing again. It's not going to be only Jawan Jennings playing on the football team like we talked about yesterday. I would expect Brandon Aiyuk to have a breakout game today or this week. Going up against who are they going up against? The Patriots. Yeah, I would expect Brandon Aiyuk to have a big game this weekend. Zay Flowers got to play the Bills, and the Bills hold people down.
So do the Patriots, man. I mean, they held Garrett Wilson to under 60 yards receiving just a week ago. Patriots aren't as bad as we think they are. Yes, they gave up 129 yards to DK Metcalf off the top of my head because I was celebrating that. But the week before, the Patriots shut down Jamar Chase. So what is it, right? Jekyll and Hyde. Are they going to be the team that shuts down Brandon Aiyuk this week, or is it going to be the situation where they let Aiyuk go wild? Aiyuk has been bad, and I'm hearing a lot of excuses of, oh, he's not in football shape or he wasn't. Well, that's on him, right? That's on him. It's your job to come to work every week, once a week, to be the best you can be. And if you're only putting up 48 yards per game, which is 20 less than your career average, which the average is 68.8 yards per game, that's a problem. It's on him. Is he not getting targeted? Are the targets bad? Are the targets overthrown, underthrown? Maybe this staff put him back in the doghouse. He's been in the doghouse before. You remember that? His rookie season, he was in the doghouse. This team, this coach put Cam Akers. They're very, very quick to just give up on a player, but they just paid him, didn't they? So why would what they did? They gave up on Cam Akers many times.
Who
Oh
did?
my god, I'm thinking about the Rams. Holy shit, guys, I am so out of it
We
today.
need to restart this segment.
No. I'm just taking this one because I'm tired. Look, there's a hurricane coming my way, people. Like legit hurricane coming my way. And Justin's like, are you on time? Are you going to be here tonight? Are you going to be alive? I'm like,
I was just making sure you were alive. Damn.
There's a freaking hurricane coming, and this guy wants to make sure I'm okay. No, I'm just kidding. I kid.
Yeah, like, oh, how terrible of me to make sure you're okay. Like,
listen, God. we got a category 3 coming. I don't know. I haven't watched the news all day. I'm stressed out about it. We have no gas. Gas stations are closed. We have no groceries. We got no water. Water sold out. But we're wondering about Brandon Aiyuk right now.
And why Cam Akers got put in the doghouse by the 49ers.
For the Rams. They're all, West Coast teams, they're all the same to me. Might as well be all the same to me. But the 49ers did put Aiyuk in the doghouse. That's a fact. I didn't lie about that. I was just thinking Cam Akers.
I mean, he was on a rookie contract and he wasn't getting paid like the highest amount of money possible.
And he shouldn't be. And he shouldn't be because he's not as good as the other players at his position.
That's a different conversation.
I know. We're talking fantasy wise right now. If Kittle's out like he was last week, Debo's out like he was last week, there's no excuse for Brandon Aiyuk not to score 165 yards, a touchdown, but he didn't. It was Jawan Jennings. That's a problem to me. That's a red flag. I'm still starting Brandon Aiyuk because of the ceiling. Zay Flowers, cool, 5 for 56. I can get that anywhere. I want the big game from Brandon Aiyuk. Brock Purdy's been good this year. He just hasn't had the touchdowns. Last week he got the touchdowns after I benched Brock Purdy, of course, and then he balled out. So Brock Purdy's dealing. Don't give up on Brock Purdy either. Do you think it's a problem that Ayuk's not getting any yards after the catch? That's a big thing. He
I
is a
mean, that
he got
entire offense is not getting the yards after the catch. I really am hoping that once Christian McCaffrey comes back, if he comes back this season, that this offense is back to being the way that like we expected it to be with Debo and Ayuk and Kittle and CMC and now Jawan Jennings apparently and Jordan Mason again, and then Brock Purdy is a top 12 quarter. Like we expected this offense to be so good, and they're 1-2 and they're not doing great. So it's tough.